All right, let's talk about something you've probably noticed if you've been online recently. It feels like there's a new, super demanding bouncer at the door of the internet. Today, we're diving into this wave of new laws that are changing how we get to, well, a lot of content. And we're going to look at a really unexpected answer that involves crypto wallets.
So let's get right to it, because this is the big question, right? All of a sudden, websites you've been able to visit for years are throwing up these gates and asking for your personal info. What on earth changed? Well, the short answer is lawmakers. A whole new set of digital gatekeepers have shown up. We're seeing a ton of new laws pop up, and their effect has been, immediate and pretty huge.
And look, this isn't just happening in one or two places. Since 2022, we're talking about almost half of all US states passing laws like this. And it's a global thing, too. Major countries like France, Germany, and the UK are doing the exact same thing. This is affecting millions and millions of people.
So how have the websites themselves responded? Well, honestly, they haven't really. You might see a little pop-up that says, hey, call your legislator. But that whole strategy has turned out to be a complete dead end. And there's a very simple, very human reason why.
Yeah, this quote from one of the sources for this piece just nails it. It says, there is no critical mass of voters willing to call their state legislator to say, hey, I like porn, please change the law. I mean, it's just not going to happen. It's a political non-starter.
So for the average person who lives in one of these states or countries, the result is pretty simple. The content they used to be able to see is just gone. The wall went up, and that's that.
But what if there was another way? A way to prove you are who you say you are, or at least old enough, without having to give up all your privacy? Well, there's a nonprofit organization that's trying a totally new approach.
It's called Cardless ID. And the first thing to know is that they're a nonprofit, which is a really big deal here. Their entire mission is to create a way to verify your age that's fast, completely free for you, and most importantly, safe. Not just for the big websites, but for individual creators too. Okay, I know, I can hear you thinking it. Crypto wallets? The second you hear that phrase, all of the alarm bells about scams and speculation probably start going off in your head. So let's be super clear about what this means, because it is probably not what you think it is. All right, to get this, we have to separate the tool from the job it's doing. At its heart, a crypto wallet is really just a super secure digital lockbox that's controlled by something called a private key, basically a secret password that only you have. On the right, that's what we usually think of, using that lockbox for money, for buying and selling stuff. But look at the left. That's the key idea here. You can use that exact same secure technology just to prove something, like your age, while keeping literally everything else about you private. And let me just hammer this point home because it's the most important one. When you use this system, you will never, ever be asked to buy Bitcoin or an NFT or any other kind of cryptocurrency. This has zero to do with financial speculation. It's just using the secure, private tech that these wallets happen to be built on.
So if it's not about buying crypto, how in the world does this actually work? Well, it turns out the whole thing is designed to be incredibly simple and, again, super private. The whole process is basically a one-and-done setup. You install a wallet app, you go through a single age check one time, and that's it. From that moment on, that wallet on your phone becomes your private, reusable key for any site that's part of the system. And this right here, this is the real magic. Think about a bouncer at a club. You show them your driver's license, right? But all they really need to know is the answer to one question. Are you old enough to be in here? A normal online ID check makes you hand over your name, your address, your exact birthday, the whole thing. With this system, the website just asks your wallet, hey, is this person over 18? And your wallet sends back a simple encrypted yes. That's it, nothing else. Your name, your address, it all stays with you. But what's really fascinating is that this technology could do way more than just unlock content. It actually has the potential to make the whole online world a safer place for creators and platforms.
So let's play this out. Imagine you have a user on a platform and they get caught doing something really harmful, like they're harassing a creator over and over or they're uploading illegal content. So the platform blocks them. But here is the game changer. Because their access is tied to that verified digital identity, the block isn't just for that one site. They can be blocked from every other adult website that uses the Cardless ID system. They can't just go make a new email address and start all over again. And you can see how this suddenly gives creators and platforms a whole new toolbox for safety. You could finally verify the age of people uploading content.
Individual creators could permanently block harassers and stalkers. You could stop bots from scraping data. You could even shut down those big coordinated harassment campaigns. It really shifts the power back to the communities.
So it's pretty wild, right? What started as just a reaction to some restrictive laws could actually be a huge step forward for how we think about identity online. It's about finding that balance between access and accountability, between privacy and safety. And that leaves us with this really fascinating question. In this world where we're all struggling with how to prove who we are online without giving away every last bit of our privacy, could this be the answer? Could a single private key, a password that you and only you control, actually be the solution to the internet's identity crisis? It's definitely something to think about.